Yeah, let's go.
Okay, everybody. Welcome to the weekly, daily, Mashiach Shir. Okay. It says, Bikesh HaKadosh Baruch Hu Lasais Chizkiah Mashiach. Hashem wanted to make Chizkiah Mashiach. Chizkiah was a Navi, I think, in the time of Chizkiah. Chizkiah. I think he was the Navi, not the king. And he was the Navi. And Chizkiah lived in the time Hashem wanted to make a Mashiach. However, he didn't make a Mashiach because a great miracle happened in this time, as we'll soon discuss, and he did not sing praise to Hashem. That's what the Gemara says. What happened? In his times, there lived a king by the name of Sancherib. Sancherib was a wicked man. Sancherib went and he confused the entire world. He wanted everyone to feel homeless and not having their land, so he took everybody, people of Egypt, and he moved them to a different country. He took people in a different country, put them to Egypt, so no one should feel like it's their land. This way he has more rule. And that's why he mixed up the whole world. Then he decided to leave the mighty Israel, that he always heard that no one could beat them, for the last. Anyway, so Sancherib comes, with his mighty army, thousands and thousands of soldiers, and he decides he's going to go take over Jerusalem. And he realizes that it must be that Jerusalem, if no one can take them over, obviously they're a very, very mighty army. Now, everyone was very scared. Chizkiah was scared, and he decided that he's told the Eibishter, I think the Eibishter said everything's going to be okay, but he told the Eibishter, I'm going to sleep and you take care of it because I don't know what to do. So, and what happened was, Sancherib arrived, and he went like this. He sees it's a walled city. He told all his soldiers, each soldier took their pillow, and they had enough soldiers to get to the top of the mountain with their pillows. And he climbed to the top and he looked over and he's like, what? This is the city that nobody could conquer? If each one of my soldiers would just spit over the wall, we'll flood the city. So he arrived in the evening time or in the night hours, so he decided that instead of starting his battle now, there's no rush. This is going to be a piece of cake. He already took over the whole world. He's going to wait for morning. When morning came, all his soldiers, none of them woke up. They all died. And he also finished off, I don't know the details, some gruesome death, like being dragged in the back of a horse, but not on the horse, but like behind it, rolled around. That was the story, and it says, being that Chizkiah did not sing praise and thank Hashem for the miracles, therefore he didn't become Mashiach. Question is, if you open up a Navi and you read, or wherever the story says, you read it, it says Chizkiah did say Shira. He did sing praise. So what does it mean that the reason why Chizkiah wasn't Mashiach because he didn't sing praise when he did sing praise? Verstehst? So my great grandfather, the Shalah, says as follows. By prefacing, I don't know if I got the right greats, like my mother's father's father. Anyways, so he said as follows, by prefacing another question. It says, when the Jews left Egypt, when the Yidden left Mitzrayim, they came to the Yam Suf, and they're standing by the Yam Suf, and the whole story over there, and the Yam Suf splits, and they start going through on dry land, and the Egyptians get drowned, and on high, the Malachim, the angels, start singing praise to Hashem. Says Hashem to the Malachim, my creations are drowning in the sea, and you're singing Shira? So it's very troubling. It sounds like God's some tree-hugging liberal over here. These murderers who oppressed his people for 210 years, mercilessly, whatever the word is, and torture them, put them in slavery, and now they're getting their punishment. Hashem give their punishment, and we speak about Hashem, the ones that really misbehaved, he made them gave them some extra life so we could torture them extra, like straw, and the ones that weren't so bad were like regular stones, and the ones that were the least bad died right away, but the ones that weren't bad, Hashem gave them some extra life to torture them more, and suddenly they're thanking Hashem for this praise, they're praising Him for things. He says, what? Creations are drowning and you're singing praise? It's a time to mourn. It's not right. Right? Says the Shalah HaKadosh as follows. He says that what Hashem was saying wasn't saying that it's a problem to sing praise. He said the timing's wrong. Told the Malachim, you guys knew there was already, Hashem guaranteed and said that that the Yidden are going to be freed. There was already a prophecy that at the end of the slavery, the Yidden are going to be freed. You should have been singing praise then, when you found out that there's going to be a time the Yidden are going to be freed. On just of the news and the notice that they're going to eventually be free, you should have been singing then. Now that they're drowning, now you're singing. You should have been singing a long time ago. So it wasn't that the singing for the miracle was a problem. You should have been singing way earlier in the time when you were told of the prophecy that's going to happen. Same thing with Chizkiah. Should have, of course he said praise after they were all dead. Should have been singing and knowing that there's going to be a miracle, knowing that Hashem is going to give him a salvation from the hand of Sarcherev. He should have been singing and praising then. Now they're all dead. Now you sing. That's already late. So that's what it means that Hashem wanted to make Chizkiah Mashiach. But he didn't make him because he didn't make him Mashiach because he didn't sing Shira. He didn't sing Shira before. That is the end of what the Shalah says, and it's something to think about. The Rebbe spoke this many times. People in time of pain, actually there's a video Jem put out, the miracle stories behind the behind the veil or whatever. So this a story with the girl who dumped a whole pot of boiling hot water on her, and the doctors gave up, and the Rebbe. It's a long story. You should definitely watch it there. And she's Mrs. Newman from Long Beach. And they said she wouldn't have a kid. She had 15 kids. The whole unbelievable miracle story. But they weren't Lubavitch. It's actually Rabbi Wagner's aunt. And they weren't really Lubavitch then. And the Rebbe said that you should make a kiddush. They asked what you should do. Make a kiddush. Thank Hashem already now for the miracles. And the Rebbe said that many times. So the same thing. The Rebbe told us Mashiach is coming. You got to, imminently. So you shouldn't only celebrate once Mashiach comes. You got to already start living now and celebrating now, knowing that any second Mashiach should come, and it should already be now. Take it now, Lamash. And remember, Hashem loves you. Rabbi Levi Yitzchak.